Nice that you watching, Delicate. A song by the American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift from her sixth studio album, Reputation, 2017. She wrote the song with the producers Max Martin and Shellback. Inspired by events surrounding Swift's celebrity and personal life. The lyrics depict a narrator's vulnerability when she ponders if her reputation would affect the blossoming romance. Delicate is an electropop and synth-pop ballad that features vocals manipulated with a vocoder. Its production incorporates dense synthesizers and beats that evoke tropical house and dancehall. Directed by Joseph Kahn and filmed in Los Angeles, the music video for Delicate premiered on March 11, 2018, at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. In the video, after becoming invisible upon receiving a mysterious note, Swift dances barefoot through public places and ultimately becomes visible again after dancing in a pouring rain. Critics interpreted the video as Swift's autobiographical reference to her personal life, as she had retreated herself from the press leading up to the release of Reputation. A day following the video's release, Big Machine and Republic Records released Delicate as the album's fourth single to pop radio. Delicate received widespread acclaim from music critics, who praised the mellow sound and vulnerable songwriting. It featured in 2018 year-end lists by Billboard, Slant Magazine, and Rolling Stone. A sleeper hit in the United States. Delicate peaked at number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100, topped 3 Billboard Airplay charts, and was certified double platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. The single received platinum or higher certifications in Australia, Brazil, Portugal, and the United Kingdom. Swift performed the song on the Reputation Stadium Tour, 2018, and the Eras Tour, 2023 to 2022. The American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift released her fifth studio album, 1989, in October 2014. 1989's synth-pop production transformed Swift's sound and image from country music to mainstream pop. The album was a commercial success, selling over 5 million copies in the United States within 1 year and spawning 3 Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles. The BBC asserted that the success solidified Swift's status as a global pop star. Swift was a target of tabloid gossip during the promotion of 1989. Her America's Sweetheart reputation, a result of her wholesome and innocent image, was blemished from publicized short-lived relationships and disputes with other celebrities, including a dispute with the rapper Kanye West and the media personality Kim Kardashian. Swift became increasingly reticent on social media, having previously maintained an active presence with a large following, and avoided interactions with the press amidst the tumultuous affairs. She conceived her sixth studio album, Reputation, as an answer to the media commotion surrounding her celebrity. Swift wrote Delicate with its producers, Max Martin and Shellback. It was engineered by Sam Holland and Michael Ilbert at MXM Studios in Stockholm, Sweden, and Los Angeles, California. The song was mixed by Sherburne Ganier at Mix Star Studios in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and it was mastered by Randy Merrill at Sterling Sound Studios in New York. Swift conceived Delicate as a confession to a prospective lover and described the song, the fifth track on Reputation, as the album's first point of vulnerability. The preceding 4 tracks are about Swift's flippant disinterest in her perceived reputation, which is the recurring theme throughout the album. On Delicate, she begins to reveal her inner vulnerability. Swift explained the song's meaning during an album release party with iHeartRadio, although she could feign disinterest in others' opinions about her. Things became complicated. When you meet somebody that you really want in your life, which prompted her to wonder, could something fake like your reputation affect something real? Like someone getting to know you. To create a sound that reflects the lyrics' vulnerable sentiment, Martin and Shellback manipulated Swift's vocals with a vocoder, which Swift thought sounded really emotional, vulnerable, and sad but beautiful. This vocoder effect is recurring on subsequent Reputation tracks. Delicate is a mellow ballad driven by dense synthesizers. Music critics describe the genre as electropop or synth pop. As with the rest of Reputation, the track incorporates urban styles. It features a Caribbean-inflected sound showcased through the rhythmic vocal delivery and the beats that evoke house, tropical house, and dancehall. At the beginning of the song, Swift's character tells her lover that, because her reputation has never been worse, he must like for Carl Wilson from Slate interpreted this part as Swift's revelation on her public image. After the media gossip, she achieved a liberation that allowed her to make her private life her own at last. She shares intimate moments with her love interest at a dive bar on the East Side. Throughout the song, Swift goes through her inner monologue about whether what she does would affect this blossoming romance and how much her feelings would be reciprocated over a muted pulse. Is it cool that I said all that? Is it too soon to do this yet? 'Cause I know that it's delicate. Though she feigns confidence and tries to control her inner self-awareness, she admits, I pretend you're mine all the damn time. In the refrain, a high-pitched voice echoes the title, Delicate, back to Swift's lyrics. The music video of Delicate premiered at the 2018 iHeartRadio Music Awards on March 11. Following the video's premiere, Big Machine and Republic Records released the song to U.S. Hot Adult Contemporary radio stations on March 12, and U.S. Contemporary Hit Radio on March 13, as Reputation's fourth pop radio single. Swift released another music video for the song, shot in a vertical format, exclusively on Spotify for users in the United States, the United Kingdom, Sweden, and Latin America, on March 30, 2018. It was available on YouTube for audiences worldwide on May 15. In Europe, Delicate was available for digital download in Germany on March 12, and to Italian and UK radio stations on April 20, 2018. As part of the Spotify Singles series, Swift recorded a stripped-down version of Delicate, using acoustic guitars in place of the original version's synthesizers. The version was released alongside Swift's cover of Earth, Wind and Fire's September, as a two-track extended play on April 13, 2018, by Spotify. Two official remixes supported Delicate. One by Sawyer and Ryan Tedder, available on May 25, and the other by Sebe, available on June 8, 2018. Directed by Joseph Kahn, the music video was shot over 2 nights in Los Angeles. Landmarks featured include the Millennium Biltmore Hotel, the 7th Street, Metro Center Station, the Los Angeles Theater, and the Golden Gopher Bar. The video opens with Swift on the red carpet, seeming disconnected from the crowd gazing off in the distance. She snaps back to reality as a reporter points a microphone at her face for an interview. Amid camera lights, a mysterious figure slips a sparkling paper note into her hand. After the red carpet interviews, Swift walks into a hotel lobby surrounded by 4 bodyguards as the guests turn around and look at her. Swift is bothered by the attention toward her, and when she gets some privacy in a dressing room, she turns the note over in her hand and makes silly faces in the mirror before being interrupted by a group of women. When she turns back to the mirror, the note sparkles and she realizes she has become invisible as her reflection in the mirror disappears. Thrilled by her newfound freedom from fame, Swift starts dancing barefoot through the hotel. Though she seems elated by her invisibility, there are poignant moments. At one scene in an elevator with another woman, Swift thinks that woman is smiling at her. But she is in fact looking at her own reflection in the mirror. Swift continues dancing through a subway platform, and dances in a pouring rain before arriving at a dive bar. As she holds the note, everyone in the bar turns and looks at her, and she is visible again, smiling. Media outlets considered the video's depiction of Swift's invisibility from the crowd an autobiographical reference, given that she had not given press interviews while promoting Reputation. Writing for The Washington Post, Emily Yar described the video as a representation of Swift's celebrity. Yar explained that the scenes where Swift appears jaded from the reporters and bodyguards were parallel to Swift's retreat from the press, and called her invisibility a metaphor for the only time she's able to be herself. Denise Warner from Billboard wrote that the video's depiction of Swift being clearly disturbed by her fame resembled the narrative of Britney Spears' 2000 video, Lucky. In another analysis for Billboard, Richard He wrote, Swift's a singer and guitarist by trade, but through her dancing and facial expressions, she's learned to tell stories with her whole body. According to He, while the lyrics to Delicate were inspired by Swift's love life, the video was inspired by her relationship with her audience. He observed that her cathartic, honest, and rather awkward dancing, for the pure joy of music, reminded her audience of the reason she began writing songs in the first place. The video won Best Music Video at the 2019 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Upon the video's release, some commentators on the internet accused Delicate of plagiarizing an advertisement directed by Spike Jonze in 2016 for Kenzo World, a fragrance by the French brand Kenzo. As noted by Emma Payne, a scholar in music and cinema in the digital era, both visuals depict a woman who breaks free from the pressures of society and acts freely as though nobody is watching. To express this sentiment, both feature a choreography made up of unconventional dance moves, such as marching and stomping, and animalistic squatting, intertwined with conventional ballet moves. Payne commented that in doing so, the video allows the audience to see the real Swift beyond her commercially marketed image. She noted, nonetheless, due to the plagiarism controversy, Swift's persona was scrutinized for being insincere or fake, a claim that had perpetuated since her earlier, dorky image. Music critics lauded Swift's songwriting on Delicate. Roisin O'Connor of The Independent described the song as an example of Swift's most honest and direct songwriting. AllMusic's Stephen Thomas Erlewine similarly praised Swift's portrayal of vulnerability as a necessary exercise for her to mature as a singer-songwriter. Ann Powers, writing for NPR, called Delicate one of Reputation's most memorable tracks, and described it as a reminder of Swift's songwriting talents in creating personal and relatable songs about her generation's fashion choices, modes of gossip, dating habits and dreams of a comfortable middle-class life. To explain this viewpoint, Powers highlighted the lyrics mentioning Swift's love interest in Nike shoes. In 21st century America, Nikes is as evocative a word as heartache, or promise. Swift understands the heart that beats beneath the brand name. Other critics highlighted the song's mellower production and vulnerable sentiment, in contrast to Reputation's heavy electronic production and themes about drama and vengeance. Troy Smith from The Plain Dealer called it one of the album's better songs because Swift keeps the mood light. For Sal Sinkmany from Slant Magazine, the song's blending, scathing self-critique with effervescent pop offers an enjoyable moment that contrasts with the album's dominant, tired, repetitive EDM tricks. Clash's Shahzaib Hussain criticized Reputation as a pretentious album with excessive lyrics about fame, but praised Delicate as one of the tracks that offer emotional honesty. On a less enthusiastic side, Spin's Jordan Sargent wrote that even though the song is one of Reputation's most honest, it is still unshackled from the album's recurring themes of drama and vengeance. Sargent, however, said that the production contains an ethereal lusciousness that hints at new paths for her to travel. Retrospectively, critics have considered Delicate one of Swift's strongest songs. Exclaim! S. Alex Hudson and Megan LaPierre, Pace's Jane song, Enemies Hannah Milray, and Rolling Stone's Rob Sheffield all lauded the song's depiction of vulnerability in terms of both lyrics and music, specifically through the vocoder effects. Sheffield ranked it first on his list of the best songs of 2017. At heart, Delicate is a story about a girl in her room, hearing an electro beat that lures her to go seek some scandalous adventures in the city lights. In other words, the story of pop music. He ranked Delicate fourth on his 2021 ranking of all the 199 songs in Swift's discography. The song featured on 2018 year-end lists by Slant Magazine, 9th, Rolling Stone, 12th, and Billboard, 35th. Delicate was one of the award-winning songs at the BMI Pop Awards, 2019, and the ASCAP Awards, 2019 and 2020. Delicate was a sleeper hit in the United States. Upon its single release in March 2018, it entered at number 84 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 32 on the Pop Songs chart. By May, the single entered the top 40 of the Hot 100, fueled by gains in airplay, giving Swift her 56th top 40 entry. In doing so, it extended Swift's record as the woman with the most Hot 100 top 40 entries. In its 16th charting week by July, Delicate rose to the Hot 100's top 20, driven primarily by strong airplay. It was the second single from Reputation to enter the top 10 of Billboard's Radio Songs chart, peaking at number 2, after the lead single, Look What You Made Me Do, a radio-driven hit. Delicate peaked atop the Pop Songs chart and was Reputation's first number 1 single on the Adult Pop Songs and Adult Contemporary charts. It was the most successful radio single from Reputation. Delicate peaked at number 12 and spent 35 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the longest charting single from Reputation. The single was one of the 10 most successful songs on U.S. airplay of 2018, culminating 2.509 billion radio audience impressions. It was certified double platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, which denotes 2 million units consisted of sales and on-demand streaming. Philip Kozoris from Uproxx claimed that the single was Reputation's biggest hit, surpassing the Hot 100 number 1, Look What You Made Me Do, which found a place in cultural ubiquity, but felt more like an obligation than an outright choice. Writing for Billboard, Andrew Unterberger described the chart success of Delicate as a turnaround in momentum for Swift during the Reputation era, while the preceding singles did not chart more than 20 weeks. Delicate continued to grow, especially in airplay, and got bigger the longer audiences have spent with it. Unterberger attributed the single's success to its vulnerable sentiment and production, a departure from the outwardly vindictive sentiments of its preceding singles, which proved that too still like Taylor for Taylor. Delicate peaked within the top 20 on singles charts of Iceland, Honduras, Malaysia, the Czech Republic and Canada. It was a top 40 chart entry in Greece, Hungary, Ireland, New Zealand, Norway and Australia. The single was certified double platinum in Brazil, and platinum in Portugal, and the United Kingdom, where it charted outside the top 40. Swift included "Delicate" on the set list of her Reputation Stadium Tour, 2018. During the concerts, she performed the song while standing in a golden balloon basket that floated above across the crowd. Swift performed an acoustic version of the song on a guitar at BBC Radio 1's Biggest Weekend on May 27, 2018, in Swansea. On December 6, 2018, Swift made an unannounced appearance at the Ali Coalition Talent Show, a benefit concert organized by producer Jack Antonoff in New York, where she performed an acoustic rendition of "Delicate" with Hayley Kiyoko. On April 23, 2019, Swift performed an acoustic version of the song at the Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts during the Time 100 Gala, where she was honored as one of the 100 Most Influential People of the Year. During promotion of her seventh studio album Lover in 2019, Swift performed the song at the Wango Tango Festival on June 1, at the Amazon Prime Day concert on July 10, and at the City of Lover one-off concert in Paris on September 9. "Delicate" was included on the set list of Swift's sixth headlining concert tour, the Eras Tour, 2023-2024. On May 23, 2018, the British singer-songwriter James Bay covered "Delicate" as part of his BBC Radio 1's Live Lounge. The American singer Kelly Clarkson performed the song in an episode of her daytime talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, which aired on November 4, 2019. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.